to be really enthusiastic.
I am.
When we start our live streams, you guys, okay, we have to be up and enthusiastic, okay? Even if we are tired and feeling a little lethargic, right?
Yeah.
So ready? Want to try it again?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Live from TortoiseLand.
Yeah.
Who is it? Curtis. Curtis is holding
Lucky Luther.
Lucky Luther, right? Okay, and we got Milka
Torka.
holding who Torga, right? Okay, and hey everybody, it's Kevin live streaming right here from TortoiseLand. So you know we do a new thing that's like live from TortoiseLand.
Hey, Kevin, what's that smell? I smell something next to me.
Do you smell something next to you, Chris? Let's see. Yep. All right, it kind of smells like a barn, right? Kind of.
Yeah,
like
it smells like socks too, like someone's wet socks.
Oh, dirty socks, wet socks. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I don't know. Is it Lucky Luther?
I don't think so.
No, is it Torga who's peeing?
No.
I'm a little nervous there, right? Emil, Carter, have you taken a bath?
Yeah.
You took a bath today? Did you, Curtis?
I don't think this guy did.
Okay, Donna Sloan says, hi, no, what could it be? Who could it be, everybody? Boom! No way. It is Doofus. Well, who is it, guys? 1, 2, 3. It is, wait, who is it? Wait. Okay, we're not awake, everybody. Let's try it again. And Torga is really peeing, right? Okay, so let's try this again. Live from TortoiseLand, it's
Curtis.
the Tortoise Guy. And it's Curtis and Milka. And we got Lucky
Doofus.
Luther and Doofus. And we have someone special today. Smells like a barn, you said. And dirty
Yeah.
socks. Who is it? 1, 2, 3.
Doofus.
Oh, come on.
I said it.
Hey. We're going to, come on. Let's do it. Okay, ready? Live from TortoiseLand. We have Curtis,
Yep.
Milka, and somebody with smelly smocks.
Doofus.
Okay, ready?
Doofus.
1, 2, 3.
Doofus.
Yeah, there we go, everybody. Hey, everybody. Doofus is on board today. And,
Not
yeah,
your
right?
laundry, Kevin.
That's right. So what we have found that Doofus, because he's pretty useless, hey, that rhymes, Doofus, useless, right? Doofus, useless. Alrighty, we are using Doofus to hang our dirty laundry on, right? So there you go, everybody. Okay, so listen, everyone. So let's see, hold on. All right, everybody. So listen, we thought that was funny, but we're not awake today, are we?
No.
Okay, it's kind of cold and kind of overcast, right? Or it is
This
cold.
guy is sleeping.
Right. Okay, so we're going to say hi, everybody. Let's see. Marie Stubbs. Marie is incredible from England. Marie, I hope you understand that the support you give us is just incredible. I want you to hang on to Lucky Luther because we want to tell a story about this guy right here, okay, that most of you don't know, right? Okay, Amilcar was there with me, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's quite a story. Yeah. So we're going to talk about this guy, and first off, we want to say hi, everyone, Queen of Needles, which is Sarah, and everybody out there. So Marie, okay, you can put him down there, right? So everyone watching is a huge supporter. We appreciate it. Marie is an incredible supporter, right? She makes donations all the time. You know, it's not required anyone watching to make donations, but Marie, because we don't always say it, I want you to understand, and anybody out there supporting us, so your financial support is key, and Marie, your financial support is unbelievable. Did you find a straggler? Okay. So, everybody, so we got some stuff to tell you. Torga absolutely is up for adoption. You know, she's so ready to go, right? Okay, and talk about ready to go here. So listen, everyone, first off, we want to talk about some things, okay? So Doofus is just going to hang tight, drying our laundry. Okay, hold on, Curtis, hold on. Okay, come on over. Hang on. So we want to talk about today, first off, we have we're going to talk about this guy. Where's this guy? Over here. We want to talk about this story here. Okay, then you just came upon a Hermann tortoise. Speaking of which, don't we have a incredibly huge Hermann tortoise?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know where she's at.
Goes by the name of what?
I forgot.
Hamburger.
Oh, yeah, Hamburger.
You named Hamburger, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And let's see. Anything for the tortoise gang. Thank you, Marie. All right, and we have a really incredible story from a woman named Claire, right? Yeah. A woman named Claire, okay? And Claire found a very sick baby African sulcata in the LA River. Not in the river, but at the LA River, okay? Alrighty, and we just dropped that video just a little while ago, this morning, okay? And we just got a video in from Texas about Snappy, okay? Yeah, we just watched that video. It's pretty cool. We'll be posting that. So, okay, we want to tell you some of the cool things going on. So, hi everybody, who's coming up? Marie is here from England. We got Queen of Needles, which is Sarah. We got Donna. Hi, Donna. We have Wade. Hi, Wade. Wade's super awesome. And anyone else, as you come on, please tell us who you are. Okay. Like I said, we have also a special surprise, really special surprise coming up. Right. It involves this here, this area, right? Everybody, this area. It's really more about what's behind the door of this area, okay? And so, listen. No. We're not revealing yet. We're not revealing yet, okay? I saw that poor baby. Marie Stubbs, not only are you incredibly awesome for a million reasons, but you watch the videos we drop and you watch them right away. And we really appreciate it, okay? And so, listen. Here's what's going on here. Milka is hoping. He does the lottery every week, right?
Yeah.
And
hoping to win something.
right, okay. And he's pretty good. He's pretty lucky, right? You really are, okay. And the hope is that you're gonna get that lottery, and some of that money's going to TortoiseLand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's incredible. Everybody, I want you to know. Amilcar's here 7 days a week. Curtis is here, right?
I try to be here more often, but I have
No, don't even go there. You got school, okay, and everything, and we appreciate it, right? Okay, we could not do it without you guys' support. Alrighty, so I thought the first thing we would do today, while Curtis, right, you're gonna get things ready.
Oh, in the garage, you mean?
No, you gotta just start putting things. Well, do you want to get your toads out today?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put them?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get them out.
I gotta dump the water.
Right? Okay. So how about that? Would you like to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Adventures with Elliot. Okay. All righty. Hey, guess what? Marie asked, how is school? How is art school going, Curtis?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Yeah, some days are tougher than others.
Okay, in art school, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what are some of the cool things that you're doing?
3D modeling, collage, and there's a bunch of classes. I take like 11 classes a week.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, the man, he's super brilliant art-wise and helping us, and he's doing great. So thanks for asking. Okay, so listen, we are going to go, we're going to take a milk car, and while Curtis is getting things ready here, right? He's going to get his toads in the
I'm
pond
gonna
here.
open the garage when you guys go out.
That's right. We got a big surprise, don't we, in there?
Yeah.
Big surprise, right? Big surprise. Okay, in the meantime, right, a milk car, we are going to go. Wait, I told everybody we're going to tell the story over here, okay? So, hey, Elliot, how you doing? So Curtis, Amilcar, all right, Amilcar, there you go, right?
Yeah.
Go. All right, so let's pick this guy up, okay? And we're going to tell a story, all right? All right, so check this out, everybody. Elliot. So, Elliot, we understand you can't stay long, okay? And that's cool. I really appreciate you come aboard. It's really cool and heartwarming when we see everybody come up and say hi, okay? I can't stay Saturday. I'm going to the store. Hey, I could use a gallon of milk and a thing of orange juice. And, Lucky Luther could use some, you know what he could use? Some mealworms. And some, maybe some insects and stuff. All right, so listen, everybody. We want to tell this story, okay, which we haven't posted the full story, right, of Lucky Luther, okay? Mm-hmm. So let's get Lucky Luther while Curtis gets things ready, okay? Let's take a look at him. First off, he's the biggest box turtle, right, that I've seen that's so far come to TortoiseLand, right? Mm-hmm. And let's get him over here so he can walk up on the TortoiseLand mountain. Hey, if you're just joining us, TortoiseLand, we are a nonprofit 501c3 in the heart of Los Angeles. And, we get an incredible amount of calls every week, right? And incredibly, we have rehomed. You ready for this? Big news, everybody. We have rehomed in the last couple months every single large African sulcata. Everyone, everybody, okay? Okay, every single one. And that's pretty miraculous because it is not so easy to find homes for these great big creatures, right? And also we'll be bringing out, when it gets a little warmer, our 3 Russian babies, our little teeny baby Greek tortoise, right? And the rest, okay? All right, so let's tell this story. Yeah, right? So Donna, thank you. Who have we rehomed? Let's see. What are the big ones? Who we rehomed? Sharky. Alex.
Alex.
That's right.
Mario.
Sharky, Alex, Mario, and Touche, right? Okay, so there's 4 right there. Just hear that, everybody? We have rehomed to great homes. Sharky, who was a pain in the butt because he bites everybody.
Right.
Alex, even bigger pain in the butt, right?
Yeah.
Because he bites everybody.
And I have a finger to show for it.
You say that again?
Oh wait, that's from browser.
That was from browser, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, right? So, and the 2 big, huge, sweet ones, Mario, the girl, and Touche, right? So how about that, everybody? Not only that, though, we also rehomed Squirt, the great big Redfoot girl, and we rehomed Rosie, the female leopard tortoise, right? Leopard tortoise that didn't have a great upbringing. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so more tortoises are going out than are coming in.
Right.
Plus each one raises a few dollars. Okay, so right, isn't that great? So listen, we're gonna tell the story of Lucky Luther. Okay, real quick because we have a million videos we don't post. You know, a lot of them never get posted because we have so many. But let's tell this story. We got two pretty cool stories. All right. This one is Luther. Let's take a look at Luther. Okay. All right. So check this out, everybody. Okay. Like I said, it's cold out right now, right? And you know what? While I'm telling this story, why don't you go in the fridge there and get some canned dog food? Yeah, a couple scoops. Right? You'll see it in there, right? Okay. All right. So check this out, everybody. This is Lucky Luther. Okay. And I want to show you this guy, okay? This is Lucky Luther, and over here is Ozzy, actually, Ozzy the Hermann tortoise, that's right, okay? We are actually fostering this one, okay? We do foster tortoises, everybody. Guess what? No, what's the word? We board, right? We board tortoises, okay? And turtles, how about that? And, you know, we're getting more and more calls for that. We just got a call, 2 calls actually, for people asking that can we board their tortoises, right? Because they love them, they're going away somewhere, right? And the answer is yeah, and people trust us with them, right? If you check us out you go to Google Maps, you go to TortoiseLand, or just Google TortoiseLand, you'll see that we now have earned a 5-star rating, right?
Yep.
5 stars, everybody, right? Yeah.
You want me to open the garage and
We'll open it, yeah, open it, do what you got to do, okay? There's a big surprise going on in the workshop, okay, that we've been working on. How about this? Okay. All right, the surprise is 3 years in the making, and you ready for it? Turn the light on, and guess what, though? And you're not going to see it yet, okay? We're going to reveal the big surprise in the TortoiseLand workshop, okay? All right, so let's do this, okay? There you go. All right, so every now and then, everybody, our box turtles especially, we give them a special treat. Where is he? Where did Lucky Luther go? Can you go get him? A milk car, please? All right, let's check this out, all right? All right. Yep. All right. Everybody, so we're all just kind of 5-star boarding at TortoiseLand. Oh, I love it. TortoiseLand Towers, right? TortoiseLand Towers. That's really great. So that's funny. Maybe something to do with the mountain, the magical mountain of TortoiseLand, right? All right, so check this out. All right, so this guy is Luther, and I want to tell you the story of Luther, right? Species, come in, all right? Oh, you're going to get a bunch of... Okay, so here's what's cool. We are gonna, it looks like a milk car's getting out, a bunch of our box turtles, okay? Now, I didn't know, excuse me. All right, I didn't know anything about box turtles, anybody, everyone? I knew little to nothing about box turtles, okay? Until, I don't know, 5 to 6 years ago, I met a woman that raises box turtles in Burbank, okay? And so I got my first 2 from her. So I actually bought those. I don't buy tortoises anymore because we don't need to. We're a nonprofit, and they come to us when we can take them in, we do. Okay, look at this. Look who's coming in. We got, let's see, that is Green, okay? Green just came in recently. And that's Pepe, not a box turtle. That's Pepe, who is responsible for those baby Greeks, okay, along with his wife, okay. All right, so check this out. So we're talking about box turtles, everybody. If you're just catching us, because I wanted to tell the story You got another one. Hey, look at this, okay? These guys all got incredible stories, all right? All right, so like this one. Hey, why don't we just talk about box turtles? How about that? Hey, wasn't planning on it, but how cool, right? Is that all the box turtles in there?
Yeah.
So see what you can find in the doghouse and stuff, right? That'd be great. Okay, so look at this guy. We have right here alone, we got, this is Frankwood, okay? And we got Lucky Luther. We got Mars. Now Mars we are fostering, okay? And over here, had just come in. This is green, okay? Because of the green head, all right? Now we have several more, and a milk car is collecting them while we're having a conversation here, right? Okay, so, you know, so many of our tortoises and turtles come in under different conditions. Now we are feeding them, everybody, okay? Now, don't hate us, but on occasion, so box turtles need more protein, okay? They get more proteins because, you know, they live in the forests and all over eastern United States. They're actually pretty common, right? Okay, and who you're looking at here, this is Mars, and Mars we have been fostering now for about 2 years, okay? Okay, human companion has been moving around trying to find work, and so it's not living in a too stable environment. And what's going on here? We are feeding them today a treat of dog food, okay? That's right. So every now and then they get canned dog food, alrighty? And, you know, we have a lot of tortoises and box turtles, so, you know, usually they get insects, mealworms, and that, but every now and then we get them some good dog food. All right, so I want to tell you a little bit of the stories. So this one, Frankwood, what's going on with Michelle there? Well, Frankwood was attacked twice by the family dog, okay? All right, wait. Let's see who's coming in. Hold on. Show us and show us. Wait, so hold them up, though, would you? Hold them up, okay? Right? Okay, all right. So this here, who's this guy here? That's, doesn't look like Blue, right? Is it Blue? Let's see.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah, that's Blue, everybody, okay? That is Blue, and Blue is a 38-year-old box turtle, is a girl, okay? And Blue's partner goes by the name of White, right? White, okay?
White.
So Blue and White, right? They're a couple, and they've been fighting since they've been here for 3 years now, okay? All right? And over here, who's this? This is the new girl, right? Remember? So we just had a naming contest, Donna Sloan, right? And this is, so in honor of Donna, one of our great supporters, right? We named this guy Donna, okay? So there's Donna. Donna just came most recently. Donna came in, show us like the fingernails and stuff, right? Would you? On here, remember? So Donna came in kind of in rough shape, okay? See that, everybody? So we don't know what happened there, okay? Missing the nails, the toes, all right? Over here, got a couple. And show us the tail, everybody. Show us the tail. Remember? I'm gonna turn around. We don't know what happened to her tail either, okay? Her tail got chewed off, not sure, okay? And so we're just happy she's here with us, right? It's Donna, that's right, Queen of Needles. And so look at this kid, right? So we keep our eye on her, and she came in with Hamburger, the great big huge Hermann tortoise, right? Okay, so it's gonna go down, right? And so what we got lined up here is, you want to put some more of that dog food, like line it up that way, okay? All right, so like I said, every now and then they get some, you know, some canned dog food, okay? To give them the proteins they need. And we like to line them all up, okay? Because we want to know that all the box turtles, that they get fed, okay? So we put it all like this in a line, okay? And there's still a few more box turtles walking around here somewhere, okay? Now, if you don't know about box turtles, one of the coolest things is that they got that hinge, right? Oh, speaking of which, wait. So you know who else is out there? We have Vegas, right? And Two Turtle Tom, if you're watching, because eventually we're getting Vegas to Two Turtle Tom. Check him out. All right, we have Vegas, who came from Las Vegas, and it's called a African hingeback. And instead of both hinges in the front and back closing, only the back one closes. What am I talking about? Let me show you. All right, look at these guys are digging in. Okay, right over here. See this? Right? Okay, because they like their proteins, right? And what is it about a box turtle that's so cool? And hey, I keep hitting the mute button. Not a good design, YouTube, because the flip camera is right next to that is the mute button, right? Who's that? That's green, right? Okay, so check this out. If you don't know about box turtles, and out there, like Shanty from Florida, if you do know about them, just tell, because I'm the tortoise guy, not the tortoise expert. But here's a cool thing about box turtles, right? Curtis, I need your help for a sec, okay? Oh, no way! Check this out. We're gonna pause to talk about this. This is really cool. Alrighty, everybody. So listen, if you haven't seen the whole series on Snappy, the snapping turtle, tremendous story, tremendous success, right? Tremendous comeback for a left for dead, really, and almost completely dead snapping turtle, right? Okay, that is an amazing series of videos and one of our most popular and super successful. Why? Because Snappy ended up where?
Texas.
In Texas, right? With a cool guy named Brandon. Okay, so look at this, everybody. You got to check this out. What is going on in TortoiseLand? Well, check this out. Who's going on in TortoiseLand? Okay.
Can't tell them apart anymore. They're both the same size.
Say it again.
They're both the same size.
Who are they?
Skinny and Chunky, the twins.
Skinny and Chunky, right? Look at these, everybody. Okay, these guys have been cared for well by Amilcar and Kevin and Amilcar and Curtis, right? Okay,
Yeah,
and
these
check.
are-
You want to hold him? Look at this. Oh my God, he almost jumped out. You see that?
Yeah, I'm taking the rock
Okay,
out.
wait. No. Oh, you want to take the rock out?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that,
Listen to
or we
him.
can put the top on, right? Listen, everybody. Listen.
Come on, Squeak. Come on.
You know, it sounds like a squirrel, huh?
Yeah.
Let's hear him again. Look at that, huh? All right, everybody. So, look, I'm really proud of you, Curtis. Okay, and Amilcar, right? Now, what do you think, huh?
I think we need to take this rock out.
Okay, let's take it out. What, right? It goes,
They're going to get out.
look at this, everybody, okay? So, even though we're a very small place, even though TortoiseLand is really small, people think we have like 6 acres of land. We don't. Maybe someday with enough donations. And here's something exciting. Toyota Motor Company. We have the FJ Cruiser, right? And we've done so many videos, right? Okay, on Toyota, on us using that FJ Cruiser. Well, guess what? We always do videos and we're like, Toyota, tough as a tortoise. Well, guess what? Our neighbors, the mother of a neighbor who's a great friend, her mother has a direct connection to Toyota. I'm going to say that again, right? Her mother has a direct connection to Toyota, has sent Toyota some of our footage promoting their FJ Cruiser. So what do we want from Toyota? A lot of money, right? We want them to sponsor us, okay? All right, back to the toads. Now check this out, right? Look at this, everybody. Let's get up close and pick them up a little. Look at this, okay? So who's this one?
I can't tell them apart. It's either Chunky or Skinny.
So let's see if we can get them in, right? Okay, so everybody, so what is TortoiseLand doing with some tortoises? They're not turtles, right? And they're not tortoises. They are amphibians, right? Okay, and now here's the cool thing. I didn't know.
They're both boys because they do that.
Say it again. Let's get them to see. Come on.
This one's Skinny because he's shy at doing it. This guy will
Okay,
do it.
let's get him. Look at this, everybody.
This is,
so,
this,
right?
whoa,
Right?
This
Let's
is
see.
Chunky.
All right, let's see. I'll be quiet.
Ready?
Look at that. How cool is that, right?
They
Way
both
cool,
do it.
way cool, way cool, right? So this is another real success story, right? Okay,
Yeah.
a great big success.
They used to be this big.
Right? They were tiny, right? They weren't really tiny, but they were.
They're still good size.
Look at them now, okay? So listen, everybody, right? What is the difference? So I look at them and I say, oh, those are great frogs, right? They're froggies.
toads.
What are they?
Toads, they live on land.
Is that the difference between a toad and a frog?
Yeah, toads are like tortoises, frogs are like turtles.
Yeah, but he's swimming really good if he's...
Well, that's because they breed in the water.
Right, so you're saying that frogs, what, live? Frogs what?
Frogs live in the water, toads live on the land.
Right, okay, right?
But they both breed in the
and
water.
Marie says they're going to need a bigger pond, right? Is that something? This is pretty cool though, right, everybody?
I mean, if we can, what I want to do is build a plexiglass container with a moist system and everything when we get that. But
Okay.
what we got going is good enough.
Right, well, that's their enclosure over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we got to get them out of there, right?
Yeah.
And so ideally, we were just talking about in the front of TortoiseLand, building
maybe have like a habitat area.
right? We were just talking about building a big pond out front because we get so many calls for
Red Ear Ciders.
right? Well, not just that, and now we have exotics like Hollywood sushi, but we're getting a tremendous amount of calls about red ear sliders, okay? Which, you know, Curtis will get those guys out. But check this out one more time, everybody. Check.
I'm just letting them swim before they come out.
Right? Well, they can hang for a while, Curtis, right?
It's just totes and turtles.
Well, why don't you let them hang for a while, okay?
Yeah.
Hang for a while. You look, you can cover them up, and then we can take this one, and you can dump that soil, and put Hollywood sushi in them in there. How about that? What do you think of that?
Are you sure the tortoises might need to be? I don't know. Maybe we could.
What do you think? Are you comfortable with that?
I'll let these guys swim first, then I'll put them away when
yeah, okay, but you're gonna put the chicken wire, right? How about put the chicken right?
Yeah.
The chicken wire is gonna prevent, especially if there's no rock, right? Okay.
I need to keep an eye on them.
Curtis is like super protective of them, right? And as we need be, because you know they're at a point they're
See
so
how he's
big.
floating? His nose, his
How cool is
nostrils
this?
can't come out.
Right? How cool
So
is
I
that?
pick him up to let him get air.
Oh no, he can totally get air. Come on,
His nostrils right here.
come on, right?
Look.
He can get.
Oh,
air.
now he can.
Come on, right? You know that. You know that. It's because Curtis is super protective of them. Okay? All right, so everybody.
I love you.
Okay. Right? Look at that. Okay? So these guys are going to swim around. And let's get back to Lucky Luther. Where'd he go? Okay. Hey, if you're watching, everybody, if you're new, I'd be worried too, Donna says. That's right. Curtis worries, extra worries. Now, you guys know Amilcar and Curtis both started off in the Adults with Disabilities program. Okay? So they have done so well that we now have them here. Amilcar's works 7 days a week. The funny thing, we go on the live stream and he just kind of stops talking. You know, we all have our things, right? And Curtis likes to talk though, huh? Like Kev, right, Curtis? Hey, we had something cool happen yesterday. We got a couple came in with a sick what? Russian tortoise, right? But let me get back to Luther, and then I'd like to take you out front and show you a turtle that has a real big problem, right? Okay, so check this out. All right, so this is Sunshine. Curtis, I'd like you to hold Lucky Luther. Oh, check, look who's here. Oh, red alert. Go ahead, no, pick him up. But no, I want to show you. I have him.
Red alert.
Right here, look at
Little biter.
Okay, look at everybody. So, have not seen this kid in a while, right? Have not seen this kid, right? This is Yellow Spidey. Hi, Yellow Spidey. Let's see. There you go.
He's a biter.
Let's see, right here. Well, let's see. All right. So, you haven't seen this guy. Here's a cool thing about TortoiseLand.
I was holding them backwards for a second.
Right. No, here's the cool thing about one of the very cool things about TortoiseLand. Let's see, Amilcar and Curtis have come on so much since working at TortoiseLand, right? Not only that, so these guys know, you know who everybody is, right? Amilcar knows every.
Oh, we got green right there, right? Or is that D?
No, that's green. Let's see. That's D. Okay.
D.
Oh, D named after Donna, in honor of Donna.
So
okay.
it's Donna, yeah.
Right. Hey, and you know what? I don't think we have a Marie. We don't have an Elliot. We don't have a Wade. All right. So guess what? We're gonna have them soon. Okay. Back to Yellow Spidey. So Yellow Spidey came. I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Right. I don't think he'll bite you. But Yellow Spidey was found walking across a residential street. All right, about 40 minutes north of LA. Okay, in a residential neighborhood. So how about a cool human picked him up because she knew he's gonna get run over. Right.
Oh, this one's green.
Right? Yeah, green's over there. So picked this guy up, didn't know what to do, brought him here, and he's gorgeous, right? He's gorgeous. Beautiful.
But he's a biter.
Say that again?
He's a biter.
He's a way biter, right? Okay, well, how about we switch? Hey, hold on to him. No. Okay, so this, I want to tell Lucky Luther's story. So this one's a biter. Hey, it's great you found Milka, that you found, where'd you find Yellow Spidey? Where'd you find Yellow Spidey?
He was just hanging around, actually.
Where did you find him?
In the pond.
In the pen? The one down below? Well, up there? Okay, all right. So look so Yellow Spidey, you don't see him much because he's always wet.
He just fell.
He's in detention hall, right? Okay, so go ahead and put him down. So we get box turtles, we line them up, right, with the dog food, okay? No, I want you to hold him. I want to tell a story real quick, all right? All right, so this one, Lucky Luther, is the biggest box turtle that we've had come in.
He's a little chip.
Yeah, yeah, he has some stuff. So, what is the story of Lucky Luther? Are you ready for this, everybody? A lot of stories, right? Where did these guys come from? And we get a call from a dude named Luther. That's where the name comes from. Luther, who lives in wherever, not far away. And he says, hey, Kev, and hey, Amilcar, because we went together. He says, I have a situation, okay, where this elderly guy in Luther's apartment complex, okay, went to a senior living place, get ready for this, 1 year ago. A year ago, okay? A year ago, didn't tell anybody that in the back area of his apartment, he had this guy
This
right here.
guy,
How about that?
Lucky Luther.
1 year. So for 1 year, Luther was living in the back in a pen out back and survived. Must have survived by eating whatever,
Cockroaches.
whatever insects and cockroaches came into his enclosure. So was that crazy, or what? So we named him. Okay. So we named him in honor of Luther, who cared enough to call. All right, we named him Lucky Luther. Okay, because he's super lucky, and Luther found him. So he now is a fixture here. He's an incredible climber. He pretty much keeps to himself. Pretty much a loner, maybe because he was left in that pen by himself. So that's a great story right there of Lucky Luther. Okay, so here we go down here, right? So what I'd like to do is to tell you guys and show you guys a situation up in the front of TortoiseLand, okay? All right, Isabel,
Cool.
check this out. All right.
Oh, don't drown him.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Look at, wait, leave him alone. They're mating, dude. They are mating.
But he's drowning.
Leave him alone.
He's drowning. He's drowning.
Curtis, they know what they're doing, okay? They know what they're doing. You gotta just let them be, okay?
gonna-
And then you can take them out. But understand, right?
They're both boys, though.
You don't know that. You don't know that for sure. No, we don't, right? Okay. We don't, okay? So look at that, everybody. This is pretty cool. So, Curtis, I appreciate.
Can you get the rock?
So listen, well, how would we do that, right?
Do you have a lily
Why don't
pad or
you-
something?
Curtis, Milky, you want to put the rock in the middle?
There's one.
Right? You just use that one here. Just put it in the middle. And
so
we'll
they
get the,
can get air.
yeah, and we'll get the, right? We put them in the middle. And we'll get the chicken wire, okay? Right there. The chicken wire, right there. Right? Right there.
Yeah.
Right in. You got the chicken wire, right? And
Did they lay an egg
yeah.
right
Oh,
there?
you know what? You can use maybe that rock is flatter and shorter.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay. All right. So this is the first time we've seen that, huh? The first time they've been out, and were they?
They've been doing that.
Yeah. Were they mating? We don't know. But here's the thing: we have plenty of boys on boys that try to mate, right? So
I'll just put it shallow so that
yeah.
they can.
Right. So check it out. All right. So this is pretty cool. So then we're gonna put that on there, right, to protect it, right? Let's put that up, okay? All right, get them up there,
Put it more in the center.
and we're gonna flip the other way. So yeah, right. So it has more room, right? There you go. And
Yeah,
Curtis,
but they can slip through.
well, you set it up for them so they can't, okay?
Yeah.
Just set it up, all right? Okay. All right, so listen, that's pretty cool, everybody, right? You got to go to the front of TortoiseLand and show you something cool, okay? So while these guys start coming out, all right? There's, who's this? This is another, one of our Herman tortoises who likes to bite everybody. But right now, though, we can let him out, okay? This is one of our detention halls over here, alrighty? So listen, you guys, I'm gonna go out front by myself, okay? And you guys can, get things set up. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right?
I gotta
All right?
clean
All right,
the
Emilka?
toads down a little bit,
All right?
but it looks
Okay.
clean.
Okay, yeah, so you guys just do your thing, all right? Okay?
And then I'll
And,
do this.
yeah, and I'll be right back, all right? Okay, all right, check it out. Okay, everybody, so I'm gonna go out front. If there's anything you guys wanna see, let's see. I am crazy paranoid when I take my younger Russians out. He's a runner. Okay, I understand, right? Amilcar and Curtis have come on so much since working at TortoiseLand. They really have. I couldn't do it without them, okay? Now listen, we're making a big push, everybody. Big push to, now that we have rehomed the big guys, now it's time to rehome the smaller guys, okay? Whoops, hold on. Now it's time for us to put our efforts in rehoming all these little guys, okay? All the little guys that are the in-between size of the African sulcatas, okay? So we're making big efforts to do that, okay? So part of that effort is on our website. We're really making the website super effective. We have, and we'll have coming up real soon, a who is left for the big kids. Let's see. All right. Look at here, everybody. You're looking at, she's world famous. I'll give you a hand. She's world famous. She has laid so many eggs. Unbelievable. Over 350 eggs, okay? And she is a fixture at TortoiseLand, okay? Her name is Shy Girl, all right? So she is one of two of the only two left of our African sulcatas, right? Now we do have, let's see, we do have 4 other larger ones that are out in San Bernardino with our volunteer, Robert, okay? We ran out of room here. Robert has a big yard. So they're there, so we can just bring them back one at a time as people request them. All righty, so we're going to go to the front, everybody. Okay, this is beautiful, beautiful marmalade, the redfoot. And the tortoises that are up early every day and out early every day tend to be our redfoots, okay? And our redfoots and Leo, the leopard tortoise, okay? Hold on, everybody. All right, hold on. Oh, hold on, everybody. I'm probably making you seasick, right? Okay, so we're going to go out front. Hey, everybody, if there's things you want to see, I found the squirrel that just got running, okay? I found just now the largest Hermann tortoise I have seen, okay? You want to check them out? This tortoise, Hermann tortoise, came in with Donna, okay? Donna, the injured box turtle, okay? They came in with a woman named Shauna, whose best friend died suddenly, just like my best friend Paul. She didn't know, okay? She didn't know what to do. The woman didn't know what to do. She sure knew that she was going to honor her friend by finding the best home for these kids, which she did. Look at the size to get that big. And so he's so big that Curtis named him Hamburger, you know? Probably it'd be Whopper. Might even be a better name. Who knows? Right? But here he is. Okay, he's a big boy. All right. So there is our critically endangered, one of 2. This is Shelly, who's critically endangered in the wild. Okay, and there is the bigger one, Elongo, running around. Okay, and unfortunately, Shelly and Elongo, Shelly girl, Elongo boy, they can't stand each other. Okay, they avoid each other, and you know, we were hoping that sometime they would give us some babies, but not likely, okay? All they do is give each other attitude and walk on by, all right? So, and of course, world famous, who's out every morning, usually the first out, is Leo, okay? Beautiful Leo, the leopard tortoise, right? Hey, Leo, okay? And these are Osborne Industry heat mats. The only heat mats we use, everybody, if you call directly to Osborne Industries in Kansas, and you say, hey, I'm a friend of TortoiseLand and Kevin, the Tortoise Guy, you will get an instant 10% discount. That's right, 10% discount. All right. All right, so we're going to go here. Let's look who's here. Let's see. All right. So tortoises love to get into nooks and crannies, right? They just do. They just want to go into the corner. All right, this is another one of our Hermann tortoises, right? So, you know, we only had one forever, and that was Herman, okay? And now we have about 6. Who else is hanging out over here? Big Mama, everybody. Big Mama, okay? Our only female for a long time who gave birth to Red Earth and Little Red, okay? Now check this out. All right, I'm on here. All right, so, okay, everybody. So, sorry for, you know, the camera work being all over the map. So in a few minutes, I want to show you a big surprise that's brewing in TortoiseLand, okay? One of the coolest things that's happened, everybody, is we have a lot of volunteers now, okay? So we got Curtis and Amilcar, who are the backbone. And here's the thing, everybody, I want to tell you in private, okay? That Amilcar and Curtis, Amilcar is the only employee really that we can afford to pay any money, okay? And we can't afford to pay him much, but you know, we pay him what we can every week. Without him here every day, 7 days a week, I could not do this job, okay? So I hope that if you're watching, that you'll be generous and help us help Curtis, Amilcar, you know, all the tortoises and turtles. And, you know, your help allows us to pass along some money to them. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and we need your help, okay? Now, I want to show you what's going on here, okay, in the front of TortoiseLand. A lot of people don't know. Ready for this? Okay, here we go. All right, so when you come through the gates, the front gates of the house, open this up, check this out. We built last summer some areas for the tortoises to have a natural environment, okay? So if you don't know about this, surprise, surprise, right? Okay, look at this, check this out. So we have areas now where, you know, when it's warm out, we can put our tortoises, right? It's really cool. It's like a jungle over here. How cool is this, right? And pretty spacious. We have this area right here, right? Okay. And it's big enough that we can even take some of our big, you know, African sulcatas and get them out here too, right? Pretty cool, right? And then over here, this is where we put the little guys, okay? This is where all, like, the little guys can go, because it is dig proof and pretty much escape proof, as much as escape proof can be, okay? Hey, let me know if you're on board and you're watching, please, where you're from. And, you know, do you have tortoises? Do you have turtles? Do you have any of our gang of critters you'd like to see? Alrighty, so check this out. All right, so over here, right, this area we use for our smaller tortoises, okay? The ones that you know, are too small to be in the bigger areas, okay, but are safe being outside here and being tortoises, right? All right, now check this out here. This area we may soon break construction on a turtle area. How about this? Like a real turtle area, okay? So the idea is right now we have moved this pond over here, and over here you're gonna see a radiator slider, okay? That's right, a skateboard. Okay, that's right. You got to be careful. Certain species like Russians, they dig. They have those claws, and they will dig. I watched one go vertical, like literally. I had him in the front yard on the lawn when I first started. I didn't know anything, and I watched him go like this and go vertical down into the ground. So if I hadn't paid attention, he would have disappeared like in a minute. I would have never known where he was. I would have looked all over the neighborhood, when in fact he was about 6 inches underneath. Smart. So be careful, everybody, okay? And make sure that your pens are tortoise proof as much as possible, okay? Over here, who's this here? So this is if you guys don't know, we got this radiator slider, okay, that was taken from the wild, okay? Unfortunately, okay? So here's the story here, as you may not know, okay? So this guy, I'm gonna put him up here. Well, you know what? Let me put him down here. Hold on, everybody, okay? Let me put her here, okay? All right, hold on, let's see. All right, so this little lady here, okay, this is a radiator slider. She came in the very day that Snappy went to Texas, okay? And there was a knock at the door, the front of TortoiseLand, and a yell from a woman named, I believe her name was Marie, okay? And there's a video on that, okay? And the sliders, right? I know. Donna says they are always bigger. They are big. People don't realize they get really big. And that's why they are the #1 kind of turtle call we get every day, swear to God, even more so than the tortoises, okay? The number one call I get these days is we are looking to rehome our radiator slider, okay? And why is that, everybody? Let me show you. Because, you know, just like the African sulcata babies, right? They're so cute and adorable, and people see them in the pet stores, and they got to have them, right? But, you know, even if they're told, because we're human, right? So listen, even if we're told, like, hey, this cute little baby is gonna get to be like, you know, 300,000 pounds, and you know, a lot of us will be like, oh, I'll handle it. Well, what happens is, like the radiator sliders, we don't handle it, okay? Because Because a little baby come in, people put him in a glass tank and put him in the house, and before you know it, right, he does have a growth on his neck, and we're going to talk about that. Okay, so before you know it, you got your glass tank, you got your, you got your little babies, right, and and before you know it, they are huge, right? Okay, and this is not, we're not going to talk really about their care, okay, so much as like this situation about getting them in an aquarium. Before you know it, they're huge. Before you know it, it is so hard to keep the tank clean, okay, because they poo and pee and they become big animals. So what happens is most people go, I'm sick of this and I want to find a new home, okay? And what happens is a lot of times people just kind of dump them, okay? They just kind of dump them. So if you're thinking about a Raider slider, you need to know that. I would encourage you to make sure that you can have a environment for them, like we do here. This is cool, right? So at least they can be here and you don't have to clean their aquarium every day. I had Ritter sliders when I was a kid, and guess what? It didn't work out. Okay, and so if you're out there and you're thinking, hey, Ritter sliders, I'll get little babies, my two are babies, and I'm a part. Oh, absolutely. So the turtles, understand, and the tortoises, they are absolutely a part of our lives, our companions to me, just like dogs and cats, okay? And okay, what's the story of this one? This one's name is Bologna. Bologna is a girl. How do we know she's a girl? Well, first thing she did when we brought her in that day is drop eggs right here in this, in the pond here, right? Put her in, and she dropped eggs, okay? Now, the unfortunate thing, the woman who brought her in thought that this girl was in trouble. She was on the bike path over at the wetlands in West LA, okay? So those wetlands are called Bologna wetlands. So the woman named this one Bologna, okay? She thought that this one was in trouble, so she picked it up and brought it to us. No notice, banging on the door. Can you please help? Well, I took them in knowing that we have no room, okay? And thinking, well, I'll just bring this one to Access Vet, where we go, and they have a Good Samaritan program, and they'll take her in, and they will, they'll get her back out in the wild. Well, guess what? I was wrong, okay? Because she is a Raider slider, she's considered an invasive species, okay? Invasive species, meaning if you put them in a pond, a lake, where they don't exist already, they will destroy and kill the resident population, okay? So invasive species, right? So guess what? Access Vet says we can't take her in because she's an invasive species, so we're not allowed and not going to take her. So now we have a problem, okay? We have this girl named Bologna, and we can't, we don't know what to do with her, okay? And here's the thing. So see this growth? Absolutely. She came in. So she came in from the wild. She has dropped several eggs, and she has this growth, okay? And what are we going to do about it? Well, here's the thing, people. We don't have the resources, the finances to take this girl in, okay? We don't. We have Rosie, who's sick right now. We have Precious, who's sick right now. We have Sunshine, who's sick right now, okay? And as it is, we owe Access Vet about $1,000. So if you're watching, you want to help us, PayPal/TortoiseLand. Easiest thing is this message is held for review, okay? Let's see. Whatever you said, somebody, I hope it was something good. And if it was something nasty, well, then I'm glad they held it for review, okay? So, okay, the bottom of the story of this one is taken from the wild, invasive species. We're not allowed to return it to the wild, and we're kind of figuring out what to do with this one. We don't know. If you have any ideas or solutions, we're happy to hear it. Yes, she has this growth on her throat. We don't know what to do about it because, in part, we cannot afford to take her in. We have other priorities, okay, here. So we're doing our best to make her comfortable, right? And put her out in this pen here, okay? Watson, home. Donna has... Hi, Watson. Yeah, hi, Watson. Okay, so that's what's up here, okay? So right now, we made her this little temporary thing, put the rocks in here so she can climb up, go down. If she wanted to lay eggs or whatever, she has this area, she can come back up, right? So guess what? That's exactly what she does, right? Okay, so this is her temporary home. And if you have any ideas, everybody, on what to do. New York City has a lake pond full of ones that were dumped. Absolutely, okay? All right, so that being said, everybody, right? That being said, we're going to go back out. Hey, Curtis? Yeah. Yeah, right? I know, right? Yeah, huh? Yeah, I know, right? Here we go. All right, so here we go. So, Curtis, I want you to go in. I want you to close the garage, okay? All righty? Okay? And garage door, okay? All right, everybody. So, listen, we have a fun thing to show you. Fun little surprise that we've been working on. Two Turtle Tom, no way. Okay, hey, Two Turtle Tom is on here, everyone. He's world famous. He's like wicked famous, right, Tom? Two Turtle Tom, he's about 200 times more famous than me, and nobody knows me. So there you go. But no, he's great. He's a friend, Two Turtle Tom. I want you to know that Vegas, okay, the African hingeback, is doing really well. And running around and stuff. So, that I do have the intention of getting him to you. I'm glad we hung on to him because he came from a tortoise never coming out of his shell to running around, okay? I am, so Two Turtle Tom says, hi, Marie, I am not world famous. Yeah, I would say you're at least three continents world famous. How about that? Okay, so here's what's going on. We're going to show you a little surprise. And Tom, I just was out front here's the thing. If we get enough donations, everybody, we can build a new turtle pond out there. And we want to put heat vats and stuff out front with tortoise houses, okay? But we need your help, everybody. How can you help us? GoFundMe / TortoiseLand, or you can Zelle us. This is really cool. We love Zelle. You can Zelle directly, not to Kevin's phone number, which you can get by going to Google and just hit TortoiseLand. So you can do that. Zelle to the tortoiseguyKevin@gmail.com, or you can go to GoFundMe / TortoiseLand. Okay, like I said, I want to thank Marie and all the people that support us. And yes, we have not forgotten about our Patreon account. That's another great way to support. Okay, and we're getting back into making videos there. All right, so without further ado, everybody, we're going to show you something really cool. We have more volunteers than we've ever had. I've watched his videos too. Right there. I am okay. So you ready for this? Here we go. All right, so check this out, everybody. So we do have our squirrels coming and going, Bernice and others, okay? And let's see what's that. Wait, did I just see Vegas? Yes, right here. Okay, look at this, everybody. Okay, look at this, right here. You want to hold him up, Curtis?
That's not Vegas. That's marginated.
Who is it?
Marge.
Hold her up. Look at this, everybody. You're exactly right. Okay, so you're exactly right. Look at the size, everybody. So this is Marge. Marge is a marginated tortoise. Okay, and hey, Tom, maybe Two Turtle Tom, you watching this? Maybe you can tell us the distinction of a marginated tortoise versus, let's say, I don't know, Russians, such like that. So here's the cool thing too. So Marge, you know what? Marge, you know who gave me Marge? Robert and Eternity. How about that? This is the only tortoise that I have been gifted. How about that? I have been gifted. So two awesome volunteers, Eternity and Robert, who don't get to come here very often, gifted me this little kid when he was little, this big. So I was blown away in Florida. I had never been gifted a tortoise, and Marge is a different kind of tortoise. So let's see. Two Turtle Tom, can you tell us about Marge, the marginated tortoise? She was tiny. Now she's a big girl, right? Okay, and let's get her down. And Curtis is going to show us something amazing. Okay, come on, let's go. Okay. There's these guys, everybody. There's Bean. There's Bean, the official dwarf African sulcata. Okay, marginates have dark. Have dark. Chevrons in their plastron, okay? Hey, come on, let's go pick up Marge. Oh, sorry. Okay, you okay, bud? All right, here we go. Say, let's go here, okay? Let's go pick up Marge, because Two Turtle Tom just told us something about. Could you do that, Curtis?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Oh, we got our guys out, Hollywood Sushi. Everybody's out, everybody, okay? And here we go. Excuse me, sir. Okay, all right, let's go see. let's pick Marge up. Two Turtle Tom just told us some distinctions, okay? All right, so check this out. So everybody, world famous Two Turtle Tom, world famous. Did you know that, Curtis? Tom?
I don't know.
Okay, so here we go. So he says this, okay? He says, marginated have dark chevrons in their plastron. The only other testudo species that has the chevron markings
shell.
are the tiny and rare Egyptian tortoise. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, so this is the plastron, which is the underside of Marge, okay? So Tom, here's what we're looking at, okay? So Tom says the only, let's see, dark chevrons in their plastron. Are these what
Dark.
you're referring to?
I think, ow, so.
Come on, hold it up again. Come on, you got it. Hey, look at this. So is this what we're talking about, Tom? Okay,
Be
my
nice.
mom's name was Marjorie. Hey, that's right. So look at this. Is this Tom? Can you see? Is this what they're talking? Hey,
Garage
okay.
shed open.
Let's see. All right. Hey, Milka. Hey, when you get a sec, come on back out and close it up because we're going to reveal the office, okay? Okay? All right. So, Tombo, yep, those dark triangles are there. Really? So they have the distinction of being the only other. So you say testudo species, right? What is a testudo species? Compare a Hermanza, Russian, or Greek. They don't have them. So go grab a Russian. Here you go. I got him. Okay. Go grab a Russian. Right?
So
Over there. Okay? So let's grab, there's a lot of Russians running around. Okay? Okay? Yeah, Herman. Grab a Herman. Okay? Right here. So look at this. Look at this, everybody. All right, so wait a minute. Okay? Flip him, flip him over. Oh, no, that's a Herman, right?
Yeah.
All right. Tom, wait. Check this out. So look at this. Wait. So this we believe to be a Herman. Flip him over. No, the other way. All right, right? So we believe, Tom, this is a Herman, right? Okay, so if it is, in fact, so this is Marge, the marginated here. And so if we look at the plastrons, we see this here. And here we see this here. So, okay, they do. So go find a Russian too, would you? Okay, your Russian should be right here somewhere. Okay, we got lots of Russians. Oh, you hear that? Okay, we're not sure. Okay, anyways, we're not sure where the Ruskies are, but all the European species, marginated Hermans, Greek, and Russian, don't have the triangle shape. Okay, all righty. Okay, all right. So here we go.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I see. So the triangle, right? All right. Well, there they are. Okay. All right. So here's Marge. Let's put her down. All right. Let's put her down. All right. So, all right. Let's go do the big reveal. What are we revealing? This is a secret. All right. That's right. Okay. So everybody, I want you to understand this. So since created the nonprofit TortoiseLand workshop, okay? Now look at this. So we have been working on, Amilcar and me, for a few months now, the new waterfalls, right? We're really proud of this. Check this out. I knew nothing about a nonprofit. I still don't know a whole lot. What I learned is fundraising is key, okay? And so if I push fundraising a lot, it's because without people's funds, we can't continue to do what we do. Froze? Wait, is it still frozen, everybody? Everybody, let me know. When people call, it freezes the, Okay? So, listen. Everybody, can you please tell me, if you're watching right now, is the live stream still running? Okay? Doesn't help. Can you tell us right now? Moving now. Nope. Okay, it says nope, move. Okay, now, yay! Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, okay? The thing is, I put it in airport mode. Calls aren't supposed to come through. They come through, and as soon as they do, it freezes up. Okay, but anyways, without further ado, everybody, this is something I have had a dream for, okay? And like I said, had no idea what opening a nonprofit really means. So this, what you're going to see, it's not done yet, but it's almost done, okay? Right? And not yet, okay? And we have a new volunteer named Isabel, right? Mm-hmm. Isabel came in. She's young. She's very shy. She has an incredible story of living in a homeless shelter for 2 years and has a little redfoot that's now pretty big. And she comes and she brings her redfoot, okay? And she looks at the workshop and she says, I think I can help you guys, okay? So here we go, ready? Yeah, let's open up. Let's open up, okay? Check it out, all right? Okay, so what you're about to see is something really cool. All right, are the lights on, Curtis? Turn the
Yeah.
lights on, please. No,
Oh,
they're
the
not.
lights
Yeah,
on?
not on yet. Okay. All right. Okay. So check it out. Like I said, it's not quite done yet, and but you can see the direction it's going. All righty.
Okay,
So in order to be a real, true professional nonprofit, right? We're getting there, everybody. Check it out. Okay. Hey, you guys. And Hollywood Sushi is very excited, right? Hollywood Sushi is very excited. And guess what? So Rihanna has gotten so big. Let's see. Where's Look at this, everybody. Rihanna. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay. Rihanna's gotten so big now that she's with the
She's under
She's
here.
with the bigger ones. You see that? Where's she at?
She's right there.
Look for her. Okay, look, right there. Look
Nope,
at that.
that.
Right there. Okay. All right. So check this out, everybody. Ready for this? All right. Look at what's happening here. All right. So what I always wanted to have here was a workshop, a true working workshop that's part of TortoiseLand. Okay. Now we're still in, we're still working on it, but guess what? It is getting really close. Okay. And this stuff we're just sorting through. But okay, it has been, you are back and it's running. Thanks. So guess what? So in order to have a real working nonprofit, we need to have real ways to measure the tortoises, to weigh them, to measure them, to have places for their medicines, all that stuff. Okay, we have not done all that. We haven't done it in a systematic way. Kevin is not the best organization. So everything that's happened is now getting us to that place, okay? So check this out, all right? So, the vision I had for this has always been, a very cool place, with skeleton, of tortoises and turtles, okay? It's been a place
Oh, you
where,
mean like this?
huh? What's that?
Like this?
Yeah, so see the turtle? Show us the tortoise? Yeah, like that, right?
Or like this?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff, okay? And you can't have a workshop without a T-Rex, right? Okay. So anyway, so everything is going to have its place in here, okay? From the foods to the gloves that the volunteers and all of us wear to, just all kinds of stuff all together. So I know it's not ready yet, but it's getting there, right, Curtis?
Yeah.
And we're super excited. So this is where the toads reside. And I understand there are some new critters coming in today.
New critters.
Where are we going? Woodland Hills, right?
Oh yeah, we're getting the desert tortoises.
That's right, okay? That's right. We had a gentleman who can no longer take care of his 10 desert tortoise babies. So guess what? We're going in to retrieve them. He is showing us exactly how he cares for them. He knows what he's doing, okay? And they'll be coming in, and we're going to do it exactly like he does it, exactly. And it's going to involve one of these enclosures like the toads have, okay? So everybody, Isabel is our newest volunteer. Plus, we have Amanda, huh?
Yeah.
We have more people coming on board. If you want to volunteer, go to our website and hit volunteer, or simply go to TortoiseLand on Google. And if you haven't already and you like us and what we do, go to Google and go TortoiseLand. You can leave a review. If you haven't done it and you're one of our supporters, please leave a review. You can be a sentence or two. You can add your own photos and you can, say something good if you want. And that just helps us, because people they go there and they're like, hey, I feel confident talking to these people, and that's great. Okay, so here we go right here. And so look at this. I hope in 2 weeks or so is going to be amazing. And guess what? In a couple weeks, around the beginning of July, we're having our first fundraiser. Here's what we're going to have. Open house, okay? Right? July. It's going to be our open house, hey? TortoiseLand. Hold on. Okay. It's going to be TortoiseLand's open house, revealing our new workshop and stuff, and everything's getting a makeover, right? And it's going to be a fundraiser, open house, and guess what? Adopt a Tortoise Day, right? So how cool is this? So listen, over here, you guys ready for somebody over there? All right? All right, check this out. So listen, everybody, we've been on for 65 minutes. Whoop. Okay, we've been on for 65 minutes, and that's enough. And we thank you all. Kev, if I lived closer, I would definitely volunteer, and I know you would, and I appreciate it. So listen, everybody watching, on behalf of me, Kevin, and over here, Curtis, right? We got a milk car over here, and over here, We got
Doofus.
Doofus, right? On behalf of Doofus, who has become a very efficient at hanging and drying our dirty laundry, okay? That's right. Not even the clean laundry, the dirty stuff, right? So Doofus is not quite right genetically. Well, there's a problem there, right? And, you know, it's Rudolph's distant cousin, right? Distant cousin, Curtis? Distant cousin?
They're way distant.
Way distant, right? That's way
He doesn't
distant.
want to be near him.
That's right, way distant, everybody. So listen, hey, everybody, hey, have a beautiful Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday, and with an awesome, awesome reveal of over there. Plus, we didn't even get to talk really about the story. If you haven't seen it, it just dropped this morning. A wonderful woman named Claire found a baby African sulcata tortoise suffering. She found it by the LA River, clearly put there and abandoned. She did an amazing thing. She researched, okay? She bought heat lamps, she did everything, and she cared for that little kid for a couple of days. She reached out to us, brought him here a couple of days ago, okay? It's amazing multi-part series. And it's people like Claire and all of you watching that, you know, that allows me allows us to do what we do because we care a whole lot. If you like what you see here and you haven't already, please donate. You know, please donate. We can need the help always. We have. In fact, Sunshine is in the vet, okay, because she's struggling a little bit with respiratory. We got little Rosie, okay, in the vet, and Precious, one of our little babies at the vet. Okay, that's 3 out of about 85, so we're doing pretty good, all right? All right, everybody, please help us out. GoFundMe /TortoiseLand, GoFundMe /TortoiseLand, okay? Or PayPal /TortoiseLand, right? Or you can go to patreon.com /TortoiseLand, right?
Yep.
All right, so help us out, everybody. On behalf of everybody at TortoiseLand, we say have a beautiful week, everybody. Please tell your friends about us, and we'll see you all there, okay? And boom. There we go.